Thank you, Nicole. I always like to come to these meetings because, there's an opportunity to talk with everyone about their interactions with their donors. And a little earlier, I was listening on one conversation, and Aaron was talking about one of his situations where the donor was very hard of hearing. And it was really frustrating for Aaron to go to these meetings with him because he frequently had to repeat things 3 and 4 times. And well, Aaron finally worked up the courage and suggested that they get a hearing aid. And he had to suggest that 3 times before they heard it. But it's okay because, Aaron has very good relationships with all his donors. And at their next meeting, Aaron was told that he got his hearing aid. And Aaron was surprised that he had such an impact and said, wow, I bet your family's also really happy. And the donor said, well, I really enjoy sitting and hearing their conversations so clearly, but I haven't told them about it yet, but I have changed my will 3 times. Now to the business. Earlier this year, the House actually approved a permanent extension of the IRA rollover provisions. This summer, the Senate Finance Committee approved a 2-year extension, and then Congress recessed for the summer without it ever going to the full Senate for vote. The leaders say they want to pass something this fall, but how to do that, what bill to attach it to, a separate bill, or whether or not they should extend it permanently or just another 2-year extension, are all up in the air. So the action point for all of you is to get on the letter writing campaign again so that we get something passed early enough that we can present this to donors as an actuality rather than, we expect them to pass something in December or January. We previously sent out some discussion points to use, and we'll send those out again. Also, there's a organization form that's called the Charitable IRA Initiative, and I need to contact them to find out if they have some coordinated plan that we can possibly coordinate with them on this issue. With respect to overall tax reform, there's been talk about changing the whole structure of charitable contribution deductions and what you can deduct and what you cannot. But the thought is that nothing's going to happen on that until after the presidential election for really 2 reasons: because of the complications of the whole thing, and then also because the administration wants to push corporate reform first, particularly the whole international area where companies are keeping offshore funds tax-free before they get into the individual type reforms. Now going to California, do any of your organizations conduct lotteries? Nope. Okay. Well, then this isn't going to impact you, but just an amusing note, the California Senate actually passed the bill that, well, let me give you some background. First of all, on lotteries generally in the state of California, 90% of the proceeds need to go to the organization and only 10% can go to the winners. The California Senate passed a bill that would allow a 50-50 split, but only for organizations and charities associated with professional sports teams. And this has already been passed, and I brought it up because the California Association of Nonprofits is conducting a letter writing campaign to try to get the governor to veto this bill. Whether or not that will be successful or not, I just wanted to throw that out in case you wanted to participate. And so that's all I have, and now on to Joshua, and he'll introduce our lunchtime speaker.